I want to thank you guys all for coming. This is really surreal to me to have my own classroom for once. I wasn't able to make it yesterday due to like complications with my VR. So I didn't get to watch Akira in the classroom. I watched it from the Twitch. So if there's like complications with the camera or anything like that, like you were saying, Dustin, let me know. Um, are you guys able to see me pretty good? See my hands,
Yes.
all that? Good?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So time, right? I'm gonna be going over like morning, afternoon, evening, night. I'm gonna be going over. I'm talking about like the past and how you use past tense, and I'm gonna be going over pretty much like all the different types of like time, like seconds, minutes, hours, days, years, months, weeks, whatever. Um, so I'm gonna start with the sign for time, right? A lot of you can guess. It's literally like you're touching your watch. Literal, like time. Time. Hold on, I'm gonna accept somebody into the room really quick. Yeah, time, right? So tapping your watch. So I can maybe teach like numbers like after I'm done with time because there are things like numerical incorporations that you can have into like say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like signing something like the number and then like say like 6 or 7 hours. You can do that necessarily if you have indexes, but I can show you how to do it with normal VR too. But just depends on what the time, how much time we actually have left. Um, and bear with me, I am not feeling the absolute best right now. I got my COVID shot yesterday, and I'm feeling like shit. So it's always fun. Sheesh. So I'm gonna start with like seconds, right? I'm gonna try and write these down as we go. If I need to like write closer or something, let me know, just so we can try and remember them as we're going through and we can practice. So seconds. So the sign for second, right? I use this, a flat hand, right? You have your I guess you could think of it kind of like this is like the clock, right? This is like the actual face of the clock, and then this is the hand. So second, it's a very quick motion, like 1 second, 1 second, right? Some people use a very similar sign for minute, like minute, but I'll show you something a little bit different. So yeah, so like 1 second, 1 second. Do it multiple times. And so the next one is minute. So like I said, there is the way that I just showed you for the sign for minute. It's just one motion. But I actually prefer to use this way. You have your index finger up. You take your other hand, put it in the palm, and you go downward like this, or you go forward like this. So minute. It's a lot more distinct. People will understand it a little bit easier, especially if you're signing faster. So 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me see. So people are still requesting on me. Cool. So the next one would be hour. So very similar to the sign for like second or like minute. You still have the face of the clock. And hour, this is hour. So instead of actually rotating your wrist about anything, all you're doing is you're going around the clock. So 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, cool. I should have actually started over here and then made my way over there. I'm stupid. Okay, I am stupid. All right. Let's see if we can actually just move over. Um, okay, the sign for day. I'm gonna show you guys day versus all day. Wait, what am I doing? Day slash all day. Okay, cool. So, so the sign for day is a D hand. You take your other hand and you're going over. My avatar looks ridiculous when I do this, but technically you'd just be like closing your hand overwards. So day, 1 day. If you're doing all day, if you know the sign for all, there's a few different ways some people finger spell it. But actually, the technical sign for all is you start right here and you circle around. So all. So you're going to use that when you're talking about something like all morning or all day. All day. There's one difference. Instead of a D, you're using your entire hand. So all day. It's the same for morning. So when somebody says like good morning, it's actually not supposed to go good morning because technically you'd be signing good all morning. You'd actually only move it to about halfway. And if you're talking about all morning, you'd bring it all the way up. So all morning. I was sick all morning today. I was throwing up, all that good fun stuff. Not really, but example. So I'm just gonna rewrite these as I go so I can move it over. So we were on day. So week. Let's see. Week. Right? You have your base of your hand for this one. So 1 week. It's kind of like the similar to the sign for nice, but you'd be doing it with like one hand or one finger, like your index finger. Week. A sign for week. If you're talking about the weekend, so weekend, week, end, week, end. This is technically, yeah, this is the sign for just end too. So you can sign it like end. It was the end of the movie that we watched together. End. Or we finished. Up to you. But yeah, week, end. The sign for month. This is where it starts changing a little bit. So for month, you have your index finger pointing upwards on your non-dominant hand. And then you're pretty much putting the backs of your wrists together. So the sign for month looks like this. 1 month or month. So you're sliding the backs of your fingers together pretty much. The backs of your index fingers. 1 month. 1 month. The sign for, let's see, year. There's 2 different ways you can sign year. Both are fine. So if you know the sign for year, right? Start from right here. You're going around. So the sign for year. If you want to sign it a little bit quicker, you can actually do this. You don't have to actually go all the way around your fist. You can actually just do like this. 1 year. I've been learning sign for 4 years. Years. Both are fine. So, let's see. Do we have any questions so far? About anything? Don't be fucking shy. If you guys have questions, I expect you guys to come and answer. There's no dumb questions. Except unless they're from Dustin. Then they're dumb.
I'm lost.
I'm watching you. Joking. Love you, Dustin. He's my husband, so I can talk shit. Let's see. Now I want to talk about the incorporation of numbers, right? If you have an index controller, you can do numbers a lot easier. But if not, I can show you the normal way to at least count to 10. But I'll show you the index way and more identical to the IRL way. So 1, you always start with the first 5 numbers are going to be facing with your hand, like the back of your hand facing towards the person, right? So 1, 2, 3. You take away your thumb, you add the 4, and then you can go 5 or 5. In real life, what you would be doing is you'd be pinching your thumb together. You'd be pinching your hold on, accepting requests. You'd be pinching your thumb together with the finger that you're trying to switch to. So these technically would be connected, but since there's limitations, we can't do that. So, but this would be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oops. Yikes. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so if I was to say 6 weeks ago, right? I could sign 1.5 months technically, and I can show you guys that in a little bit. But I could be like 6 weeks. You know, only 4 weeks ago. I usually when I sign 4 weeks though, or that's a month. You know, that's a month. So 4 weeks or a month. I'm silly, but you know, 3 months ago, you can do the same thing with months. 6 months. So if you're doing with a normal VR controller, you can do it like this, right? So I believe it's you can do 1, 2. If I'm correct, I don't think you guys are able to do this. So you would do like 1 or 2, 3, or 4. Oh yeah, you could do that too. You could do 3 like this or 3 like this. So, that's true. Yeah, 4. Which do you think is better? Do you think it's better for somebody to do this or do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I think it's 7. And then you would do 7 plus 1 equals 8. 7 plus 2 equals 9. And then 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Are you signing to me, It's kind of hard to see from over there. Yeah. I kind of explained that a little bit earlier. Like when you're doing 1 through 5, it's with your wrist facing outwards. Your palm is facing outwards for the other 5. So you actually can do numbers like this too if you really want to take a little bit of time. I mean, people will understand it. You can indicate that you're like connecting these two, just like how you would indicate if you're bending your finger. I see people indicate like if they want to do 6, 7, 8, and 9, they would just touch these 2 fingers and indicate that you're trying to do that. So you can indicate. And 10 or 9 and 10. Everybody can do the 10. We'll do a more advanced class on like more numbers later on, but it's probably best to like practice the first 10 if you don't have them down, and then we can go over them another day. So I should cover like morning. Ooh, grab that. I should cover like morning, afternoon, evening, and night just to clarify it in case you guys don't know. So the sign for morning, like I said earlier, is it comes up about halfway. You want to think about it like the sun is rising, right? So the sun is rising all the way to the top. It starts to slowly set. Eventually, it ends up like completely setting, going down. So morning, afternoon, you have your the base of your hand and you're pushing it over. So afternoon, evening, the sun's starting to go down. Evening, you're keeping your palm facing downwards the whole time. Unless you're doing morning, then it's like it's on your elbow pretty much. So morning. And then everything else is with your palm facing downwards. Afternoon, evening, and night. Night. So the only one that you can really do like all morning with, it's kind of hard to do like all night. Normally I've actually actually like had this question asked before, you can just fingerspell all or all that way, and then do night like that, because there's not really like an easy way to go like all the way down. So all night, all morning. Okay, cool. Any questions so far now? Cool. I feel like you guys have questions. You're scared. Okay. Scared.
I
I'm
like
just
your
kidding.
words,
But
magic man.
I think now I want to talk about the use of past tense. So like if you're talking about something that happened before, um there's an actual sign. Okay, that's gonna get annoying. There's an actual sign for before, but if you're talking about like yesterday or like in the past, I went to high school, you would throw it over. You'd be like, before you'd start your sentence, you would start with like throwing it over. So like before I went to high school, I went to school, high school. So before I was very very sick with COVID, but now I'm feeling better. So before you just throw it over. If you're talking about like a long time ago, you can over exaggerate it. Like, oh my god, like way back when I was a kid, I got a toy and it broke. It was fucked up, really bad day. A long time ago. If you're talking about specifically like yesterday, there's two signs for it. You can initialize it with a Y hand. You can toss it over. You can also just do it with a thumb down. Yesterday. Yesterday. Or yesterday. Both are fine. It's up to you. If you're talking about the sign for tomorrow, now that one's a good sign, right? Some people like to show a very weird sign, but technically the sign for tomorrow is you're flicking your thumb over your shoulder. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. If somebody shows this for tomorrow, scream at them. Tomorrow. Because tomorrow is like this. Let's go. So tomorrow. Now if we're talking about the future, it's the same sign for will. It's contextual. WILL and future. You can also initialize future with an F hand. I see people do that as well. F hand, but you can just emphasize the future. So, oh, in the future, I want to do whatever, In the future, I want to go to college for interpreting, in the future. So now I'd like to like take a moment to see if you guys can like review what we've learned. So review time. So do you guys what I want you guys to do is I think if Akira did what we normally do, I want you guys to like pair up with somebody next to you or then like one or two people next to you, and I want you guys to try and go over what we've learned so far. Try and remember everything. I'm gonna start writing everything down right here, and you guys can see if you guys can remember the sign for them. And if you don't, that's fine. We're covering a lot of stuff today. So there's a few people here who are helpers, like Dreamer, Chi. Everybody here can if you need to ask somebody, come up to me as well, and just let me know. So we'll do this for about five minutes ish, unless we need a little bit more time, and then we'll continue.
I won't remember
So
any.
we can wait till Urchin gets back really quick to go over the days of the week because he can show the real life representations of what they would look like. But until then, what I could do is just show you what you would do just normal VR. And Nex has to do this too unless you have a mod. So god damn. All right, sorry. If you're religious, I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit. Um, I use the Lord's name in vain. Let's see. So
Sacrilege.
there's Urchin. Here's Urchin. Cool. Welcome back, Urchin. So the way we would do Monday, right? Where's that at? Monday. So Monday, we would do it like this. Monday, and then you would have your palm facing towards you. But in real life, you would do an M hand like that, and you would do it like this. You would go in a circular motion like this. So Monday. Tuesday, the same thing. Huh? Also? What? Facing outwards. Yeah, that could be a thing. I just think, you know, a majority of think people do it this way, but yeah, or like Jen said, you can also see it done with the fingers facing forward. But in general, I think it's better to do this, in my opinion. But up to you. So Tuesday, right?
Thursday, I'm pretty sure just this.
It would be
Yeah.
the same as Monday, right? But like this. And in real life, you would do it with a T hand, like that. Wednesday, if you have a normal VR controller and not an index, Wednesday. But if you have an index, you can do an IRLW. And you can do it like this, Wednesday. Thursday. So some people show the sign for TH. That's wrong. It's actually with an H hand. So Thursday, Thursday, with an H hand. So you should be able to do that one as well. And if you have gestures, Friday, Friday. So Friday. Now Saturday should be with an S hand in real life. You don't actually need to draw an S and then do that. You can actually just do it like this with your the back of your palm facing outwards. Now, one of the reasons why now that I'm not thinking about it, that I think that you should get used to just making it to where your palm is facing towards yourself when you're doing the weekdays is because the sign for toilet is like this with the palm facing towards the person, and in real life it would be with a T hand. So if you get used to doing this, it makes it more distinct, and you can distinguish the sign better. So dictionary. Wait, what? You can check the dictionary. Okay, sure, sure. That's fine. Yeah. So Saturday, and then there's two different ways that I see people do Sunday. I see Sunday like done like this too as well, or like going upwards. But I actually do Sunday like this and circular motions like this Sunday. It's like you're going to church, right? You're praising God, even if you don't do that. You're like Sunday,
Praise
Sunday.
the
So
sun.
again, Monday, Tuesday. Check. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday. Cool. So I think the last thing that I'll talk about are these few words. I was gonna do like I can quickly go over really quick. The way you would do months of the year is it's actually super easy. You would just finger spell like if it's January, you would say January, Jan. February, Feb. So like if you were doing any of the months of the year, you would pretty much abbreviate it like that. So Jan, Feb. March, Mar. June, you would just do all four letters, June. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, I understand. Cool. It would just look upwards, or it would be lifting
I
it up.
don't know the sign for birthday yet. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to go over that. So, if you don't know the sign for actually, would you like to show the real life representations of them really quick? They're the Monday through Sunday. Because I just went over them really quick. Just do the real life one. So Monday, you have your three fingers like this. Monday, Tuesday, T hand. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wait, Friday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. So the sign for favorite, I'm not sure if you guys covered it. I'm sure maybe you have, but it's always good to remind. So favorite would be technically with an eight hand. You're putting your finger down like the sign for like, but you're typing your chin, right? So the sign for favorite or prefer. So favorite or prefer. So the sign for birthday is kind of similar. You start with your chin and you end right here, right near like the middle of your chest. So birthday. Birthday. If you can't do an eight hand because of your avatar, you would indicate you're bending that middle finger down. Birthday. happy birthday. You know, probably one of the most important days of the year for a lot of people, right? And I don't know why I just threw in special because that's my favorite sign next to innocent, right? Special. Yeah, Gabby's gonna need to add a lock button for that. So the sign for special, right? This indicates a person. You're gonna see this a lot in sign language. So like the sign for hit, the sign for like persuade or manipulate. This is gonna classify as a person. So special, right? It's like you're grabbing the top of the person, you're pulling it up. It's special. It's a special day. Very special day. Okay. Any questions so far? We're about pretty much ready to wrap it up and hang. What's up? Abduct? What is that? What? Wait, can you figure spell it again? Oh, special? Yeah. Same sign as when you're grabbing it, going
What was
upwards.
the last word?
Yeah. So special. Special, you can do it with an F hand,
Special.
like you're pinching it and pulling it upwards. You can just kind of do like this as well. Special. Special. Cool. If there's like any questions you guys have regarding anything that we learned today, if you guys would like to practice numbers or anything like that, I'm gonna be staying for a good like 30 minutes ish, just helping people. If you have questions with any vocabulary expansion, then I'll be here. But as of that, class is finished. And thank you guys all for coming. Tomorrow we'll be having our first in Discord with Akira showing her webcam, and she'll be showing IRL signs and helping you out starting your IRL signing journey as well. Because the whole point of us wanting to show you these signs in the game, right, is so you can eventually transfer those things into real life, and you can have conversations with somebody in real life and with sign language. So you don't have to have your webcam on if you don't want to. That is completely fine. But Akira will be showing webcam, and she'll be doing a lesson over webcam inside the Immerse Discord. So if you're not inside the Immerse Discord, you should join. Discord GG/Immersed. It's over there on the board as well. But for me, my next class will be on Monday. So next Monday. And we'll be doing more vocabulary expansion, but we'll be doing a different topic. So I appreciate you all, and I will see you later. Dab. Let's go.